Tabletop Time. I'm Jazza.
I'm Dave.
I'm Jen.
I'm Rob.
And we are playing Grim Gang Part 5.
We are playing Grim Gang Part 5.
But the thing I'm most excited about is when my whale milk merch arrives. It's nothing to do with Grim Gang. It's the most dissonant plug for any type of themed content. But it's going to happen.
Whale milk!
Whale milk?
Whale
What's
milk.
whale milk?
Well, whale milk is a fine substance that is, it's
Not
less,
fine.
it's probably thicker than fine. But it's 60% less fat than fat.
That's an incredible fact. Do you know what else is an incredible fact?
The
Slogan.
whale milk merch is available now.
It is available
And you can
now.
get merch of Rob's juicy, luscious beard dripping with the thick white gold right
White,
now.
green, gold.
White, green, gold, sorry.
This is the most absurd piece of merchandise we've ever made. And we have a t-shirt made of tape as the logo. That's highbrow compared to whale milk. And you can opt in on that dumb humor and support our immaturity by getting some whale milk merch, only available for a limited time.
www.itstabletoptime.com/whale milk.
That's the happy sound of a whale being milked. But anyway, as we were in the tail of the Grim Gang. So what's happening?
Whiplash.
All right, so the episode will commence. We're going to just skip forward a little bit in time.
Yeah.
So the episode's going to commence with our lovely characters over here, Helga and whatever your name is.
Bryn.
With Helga and Bryn. Thank you. It's been 2 weeks. Our episode's going to commence with Helga and Bryn walking out of a small hamlet, where behind them, silhouetted against the setting sun, is Wolfgang, suspended by his feet in the town with crows pecking at him.
All right, can I roll to get out?
Yeah, sure. Roll a destiny roll to see how things go for you.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Okay. Oh, a 2.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, what?
You got a 2 on your destiny roll.
It could have been worse.
Yeah, you're dead. That's
Yeah,
it.
I think last
You cooked, mate.
episode I got myself backed in a corner I can't get out of, so.
Well, the promise was if you come back with evidence that the witch is a witch,
I know.
you
That
can
was
be
like
exonerated.
and
And
then
these guys have come back
bloody-
with nothing, so that's
She
it.
was lovely.
Now, I guess we should
She's like,
ask,
they offered us baked goods. And,
is the Grim Gang going to stick their neck out and try and rescue Wolfgang? That's a no from Helga. Now, Jen, forgetting for a moment that this is in fact an audio formatted device, and you should probably verbalize. So that was a subtle shake of the
No,
head.
unfortunately.
friends, help me.
Unfortunately.
I'm hanging here from my feet.
I tried, but
And Bryn, how do you feel about
Blood has
Wolfgang?
been rushing to my head for hours. Please.
This man
Please,
is reckless
Bryn.
and dangerous.
Bryn, we are
need much
kindred
more
spirits.
level-headed people like myself in the
Bryn,
Grim Gang.
I only stabbed a stranger with very
You
little
murdered a
evidence.
man
Please
in
tell
cold
me.
blood.
Come help me, Bryn.
I killed a man in cold blood because I wanted to.
All right. I see how it is. Actions have consequences, and I am willing to bear them.
Yep. Sorry, gang, but
Okay.
Wolfgang is being left suspended by his ankles in the hamlet, and the gang are going to return to town without him.
I'm looking forward to seeing how the story progresses.
Yep.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, anytime.
no worries.
And without any further ado, help me! Someone help me!
You hear the sound of a rotten tomato slapping into meat.
Oh, did he fall down a well too?
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Get out of here!
All right.
Bye.
All right, so Helga and Bryn are walking back to the village, leaving behind Wolfgang, whose shouts echo into the night.
Bye, buddy.
Reckless man.
He got what he deserved.
Is that Helga's voice, is it?
It is now.
I don't think that's what Helga sounded
No.
like. Come on, guys.
I was serious. He was reckless.
I was joking, but yeah.
He was reckless. He attacked someone with no proof. I wasn't there. Just secondhand stories. But from what I've been told, it was reckless.
So you're journeying. So it's night. It's like sunset. Are you going to head back to town from the hamlet?
It was a couple of hours.
It was half a day's travel.
Half a day. What's the map that she gave you? How far away?
Both of the locations stem from the original town you're in. Now that I think about it, I don't think I ever named. I think we got a name for the town.
I don't think we did. Is there any way using my survival skills in the map I could find a shortcut that would get us back there quicker?
Probably not. It's literally a road, so it is the shortest distance between
I
two
reckon
points.
let's just hightail it back to
I
town
agree.
and
Let's-
try and.
Okay.
On the road again.
Make an endurance check. Challenge level of 3.
Great.
Goodness.
Good night.
Remembering that you are exhausted, so you get -1 off your dice.
Was 1.
All right. Helga is now doubly exhausted.
Great.
Fucking.
Helga and Bryn are now both doubly exhausted. You have -2 off all of your dice, and you barely trudge into town. And by the time you arrive, it's sort of like 5 a.m. But it's fairly uneventful, the journey, except that you are, falling asleep standing.
I still been so sorry.
Yes.
You're barely managing to put one foot after the other as you come into town before the roosters have crowed for the morning.
Great.
What you doing?
We head to Veloma at
Yeah.
the place she was staying.
The inn.
All right. You head to the inn, and there are about 5 people inside, all sleeping. This town has maybe like 1 or 2 rooms that you can sleep in, but like inns aren't, very common. Not so much as D&D would have you think that every small town has a hotel with like 7 bedrooms in it. So there's like 1 or 2 small rooms above the thing, and they're both presumably occupied. So the rest, it seems like most of the GRIMM gang has actually returned from their missions at some point, and they're all like camped in the tavern proper. So there's like some passed out in a chair, rugs and stuff, all in the common room of the tavern.
We do now have a free house, so we can house.
That is true, but there are children there.
That's fine. We'll check on them afterwards.
Yeah. Is there anybody in the GRIMM gang that I would be confident to look over my wounds?
So you spot Tillman, who is the sawbones of the group. He's a bit of a, I guess, plague doctory, apothecary style sawbones of the day. And he is generally the one who treats wounds. He is sleeping. There is a bottle of whiskey half empty next to him, as is fairly normal.
Cool. I would like to wake him.
Okay. You approach him.
Tillman, get up. Kick him. Not super violently.
His eyes snap open, they're bloodshot, and then they narrow, and he looks at you and he's like, Bryn, what are you doing?
I need you to look over this wound.
Man, what ungodly hour of the night is this?
Is it near the morning or is
It's
it
like 5 a.m.
Yeah, 5.
Sun's not up yet.
The sun's almost up. It's not night.
You look like shit, my friend.
So do you.
Yes, but the mine looks more voluntary than yours. Come on, man. And he puts his arm up to like have you help him up.
Yeah, I'll help him.
And he stands up with a waddle, like a bit of a swagger. He's a fairly lithe, muscular-looking man with narrow features and dark, almost black hair, quite angular eyebrows. Very fierce-looking person. And he's like, "What wounds would you like me to address?"
I pull back the bandages that have covered the wolf bite on my shoulder.
The flesh looks aggravated, cursed almost around the periphery, but the wound itself looks healthy. Come into the back room. I'll get my bags. And he leads you sort of into what would be the storeroom for the tavern itself. What is Helga doing?
I'm going to go straight to Vilma and go report in.
She's
I'll
asleep.
give you the
She's
map
asleep.
if you want.
That's fine. Is she like sleeping on a roll by herself, or is she by the door? Or
She'd be in the room probably, so you don't know where she is, but you know she'd be here, upstairs.
okay, I'll start like opening doors and checking in and knocking and stuff.
So you're just harassing everyone and waking them up?
Well, no, I'll open a door, and if it's not the person, I'll close the door. Or if it's not them,
I'm
I'll
going to
wake them.
say you're going to know that Vilma does not like to be interrupted unless it's extremely important.
Okay.
Like she's the leader of the order,
Okay, in that case, I'll turn to Bryn and say,
who's now being led off by Tillman.
before you
Yep.
walk off, I'll say, I'll go check on the kids. You go get checked out.
Okay.
Cool. And so I'm going to go back to Wolfgang's place and go sleep there for the night.
Okay. So you head out to Wolfgang's place.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get back to you.
Yep.
Brian, you're taken into a back room and instructed rather roughly to lay on a table. He peels off the remainder of your shirt and looks at you, and then he says, he sort of approaches his bags, pulls out some vials and things, and he walks over with a jar full of crawling maggots, and he looks at you and he says, "No, the flesh seems alive. No maggots today, but perhaps this purple inflammation I do not like. I will let the blood." And he grabs another jar out with leeches in it and applies one by one these large leeches around the outside of your wound where they begin to drink deep the blood. And he begins to sort of pack some poultices into the wound. I'm going to make a medicine check. And then I'm going to get him to make a check if that's actually going to help you. Okay, so he does his job sort of okay. He's drunk, so he's swaying a bit. Now, unbeknownst to both of you, what passes for medicine in this time isn't actually helping your injury at all. The poultice is probably going to be more likely to cause infection than anything else, and the leeches are certainly not helping. And in fact, we may find in a future episode of the Grimm Gang the ramifications of leeches consuming lycanthropic blood.
Yeah. I was wondering what the go with that was.
They don't know anything. They're just doing their best.
Yeah.
Leeches doing what
But you know, you think that it helps. Like it's in that you're in that era where you're like, oh, the medicine man is doing his medicine. It's gonna be good.
Right.
So that's what's going on. Meanwhile, we go back to Helga as you approach the front door.
I open it? Is it locked?
It is locked.
Okay, I kick it open.
Make a strength check.
Great.
Strength athletics. -2 because you're exhausted. Challenge level 4.
2.
That's not easy to kick open a door. People seem to think it's easy, but it's not
Yeah, that's
easy.
fair. Okay, I'm going to go to Wolfgang's friend.
So you just kick the door and just go.
Okay, I'm going to go to Wolfgang's friend.
So you go next door.
Yeah, and go
Yep.
get the keys off of him. So I'll knock on his door.
He doesn't have. Does he have keys?
Yeah, so that he could check on the kids.
Did he give him keys?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you knock on the door for a bit, and eventually a tired-looking man comes down.
Hello. I require keys to Wolfgang's place.
Destiny roll. A 17. He just half sleepily just hands them to you. He doesn't even question. He says, "There you go," and goes back to bed.
Wonderful. I go into the house. then.
Cool. So you unlock the door.
Great.
There are 2 small children that still look very weak and unhealthy, sleeping.
Awesome. Did you get a basket full of baked goods from that witch?
Did I?
Not that's on me, but did
I cannot remember.
I feel like
Twitch.
you did. I feel like you did. But anyway, that's fine. We'll deal with that later. As long as they look fine, I'm just going to go into a bed and go sleep for a couple of hours.
Okay.
Yep.
You go to sleep. Cool. What do you do, Bryn?
I'm going to try and get as much sleep as possible.
All right. So you go to
I'm
sleep.
happy to sleep in as long as I can.
Cool. You all go to sleep. And I'm going to do one more destiny roll to see how that goes for you. A 16. All right. There doesn't seem to be any work on. The rest of the Grimm game seem to recognize your tiredness and leave you. And it's about lunchtime when you wake up, which is enough time to be suitably rested to recover from your exhaustion.
Completely? Or just level
Yeah,
one level?
yeah.
Oh, great. Woohoo! Woo!
I mean, you still feel tired, but not enough that you're functionally impaired.
That's fine. I feel like a bread of Tip Top.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, so
Wow.
Helga wakes up to some sounds of motion in the house.
Great. Oh, there's someone in the house. Okay, I'll wake up.
And
Go check it out.
you see a small boy pottering about the thing, looking at toys on shelves.
Hello, small child.
Eyes look up at you. You recognize it to be Hansel.
Hansel.
Hello. Who are you?
My name is Helga.
Where am I?
Oh, they haven't waken up at this point, have they? God damn it, Wolfgang.
Is this Mr. Wolfgang's toy shop?
Yes. There's been a predicament among your...
I don't know that word, miss.
I'm not equipped.
I love
to
this
deal
place
with
where everyone's either British or German. There is no in between. That's the world we live in. It's a fantasy world.
Let me find you some food first.
Oh yes, I'm rather hungry.
Yeah. Can you go check on your sister, please?
She's sleeping.
Yeah, just make...
Nothing will wake her, miss.
Okay.
I tried shaking her.
Okay. Okay. I'll go find whatever scraps is in. If there, I imagine Wolfgang had something.
There's food in his larder.
Yeah.
And,
I'll make him something.
okay.
fine.
You get them some food.
Cool. And I'll check on Helga. Is she okay?
She's sleeping like very deeply, but like sick sleeping.
Do you mean Gretel?
Gretel.
Gretel.
Yeah.
The other one?
Yeah, she's like, yeah, sleeping.
Does she require... Do I believe she requires medical attention?
You believe that they both require long-term recuperation. It's not something...
Okay.
If they're not constantly cared for, they may die.
Yep.
Because they're very malnourished. And of course, they've eaten a bit of food, but like they're going to need like a couple of weeks of care and attention to come back to like normality.
Yeah, that's
Which
fine.
means sleeping for 16 hours a day is not uncommon.
That's fine. I'm going to turn to Hansel and say, I must go. I will be back. Do not leave.
Well, we got to go find Mum and Dad.
I'm afraid that is not possible. Your parents have left.
Well, I'll go find them.
You cannot. It is not safe.
I'm going to go find them. Make a
You've-
persuasion check. Challenge level 3.
Oh, I'm so not persuasive.
You almost
That was
did
it. That was a 2.
That's all right, miss. You go do what you need to do. Says this like 5-year-old.
I turn to the door. I go out before he does. I'll push him if I have to. And I lock the door behind me.
Okay.
I know the hint that probably escaped through a window, but...
You can just unload it from the inside.
Yeah, that's exactly
I'll
what
bar it.
Although they're pretty small, they might not be able to. Okay, so you go out and lock the door.
I just lock the
and
door.
lock them inside.
Yeah, look-
There's some soft beading on the inside of the door.
Helga is not a parent.
Okay.
yeah.
And that's a 1 on the destiny roll. So you leave.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I go. And this is not... I didn't sign up for this.
Cool.
If anything, I'm hoping that they'll be used as bait.
And
then-
a short time after Helga leaves, the latch on the inside of the door is unflicked and a child wanders out into the streets.
I didn't make them parents, okay?
You don't know that happened.
I know. Oh, wait, don't we?
No, you leave, and then I'm
that they
saying for
left.
the
Yeah,
viewers
yeah.
that a short time after you leave, the
Yeah.
latch opens and a
That's
child
fine.
wanders out into the streets.
I go to the inn that Vilma's staying
Okay, so
at.
you go back to the inn. Cool.
Yeah. And I go find her inside.
Yep,
Hi,
she's
Bryn.
awake now. Talking about leaving and their next mission.
Okay. Vilma, I must speak to you.
Yes. What is it, Helga?
I gesture for you. I imagine you're awake.
Am I
Bryn.
awake?
Yeah, by now.
Okay, cool.
I'll
Yeah.
gesture you to come over.
You look across. You flit. So Bryn flits to consciousness. It took. You feel like heavy. You feel a bit sick, and sort of a bit like unusual. And as your eyes like flick into focus, you see a jar on the thing of like fat leeches that have drunk deep, but they're also like flitting about really manically in the thing. You've never seen that before, and you're like, oh, that's weird. And they seem even bigger than you're used to seeing them.
Love it.
But you know, you kind of just get up, and Tillman's passed out drunk in a chair near you.
Great.
I guess you head out too, and
We have lost Wolfgang. He perished by the hands of the villagers.
who was Wolfgang?
Never mind. We did, yeah, she signed you up to this whole thing, didn't she? Anyway.
Oh, you mean the villager who wanted to come with you?
He was very stupid.
Yeah, as do most who join our ranks. You know, as gestures to Bryn, any who've been with us for long know that maybe 1 in 10 make the cut, and 5 in 10 die trying.
Well,
It is no loss.
ouch. Okay,
Yeah,
we have new findings.
tell me.
Do you want to pull them?
Yeah, I pull out a map. This kindly old lady, who's the sister of the witch we're after, has provided us a map with her rough location.
Make a persuasion check. I'm going to say challenge level 3.
So it's a 1.
1 success. Okay. She looks at you kind of dumbfounded and then just says, go on. A kindly old lady.
Yeah, her sister's the witch. She provided us a map of her location.
And you trust this?
Well, she didn't seem evil.
Okay.
Her house was messed up.
You said you were doing more research on Baba Yaga, but did your findings find anything?
There's some. Supposedly the witch is immortal,
Great.
unkillable,
Awesome.
the source of all witches, but I know all things to be able to be killed.
What will you have us do?
We will need to leave soon, so if there is more substance to this than wild goose chases, I would have you finish the task you started. We leave tomorrow. Unless you wish to stay.
No. This town is suffering enough without our presence here.
I mean, we got the kids back. We did what we
They're gone
wanted.
again.
We did what we wanted.
You happy?
I'm never happy while evil exists.
I say to Vilma that she's aware that we found Hansel and Gretel, the 2 kids, yeah. I also tell her that...
She said you should use them as bait.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought she would say. Okay.
That was last time.
I mean, if you want to leave and not take on the witch, I'll follow your lead.
We must prepare for our next mission. We have tidied things up here, but this witch business bothers me. Investigate until we need to leave. Kill them. I've already tasked you for this. I do not usually have to task you twice.
You said she's invulnerable or immortal.
People say many things, and most of it is not to be believed. Because some soft-brained farm boy thinks that a goat has golden fleece. It does not mean its fleece is spun of gold. It means the sunlight sparkled off it at twilight. But she's a witch. She breathes, so she can die.
Can she give me any information on how to kill witches? Like, is there a specific way to kill witches?
Yeah, that would be my next line of
Or
questioning.
I have said to you before, but perhaps the lack of sleep addled your brain. A witch is a woman.
I tend to
How do you kill a woman?
stab her in the throat.
The same way you kill everything, Helga, yes. The problem is finding a way to do it when she is not able to protect herself with her foul magic.
Well, she seems to have a weakness for children,
It's true.
so
The kids we rescued aren't the first ones to go missing.
So distract her with them.
Okay. We will report back when we know more.
Yep.
Bring me the heads of these witches that you say there are.
Done?
We're on it.
Let's go.
Excellent. Thank you. Journey well.
I was kind of hoping that she could give us something. Like, here's a witch catching net.
Yeah.
Thick.
A witch catching, a magical witch catching net.
Yeah.
Be useful right now.
Here is a dog.
And that is when Lutz steps from the shadows.
I'm sorry, Lutz?
Lutz.
Like a loot?
Lutz. His name is Lutz. L-U-T-Z. What is wrong with
Oh, I
Lutz?
thought you meant like L-U-T-E.
Relax, dude. Lutz steps from the shadows. He wears his signature thick, heavy rain jacket and wide hat. He's a thick bushel of a beard. He's a massive, enormous man. He sort of walks forward from the shadows behind Villamar. I have been looking into this for ye. You said the house walks upon legs of the fowl.
Chicken legs, yes.
Well, you wish to stop this beast domicile.
Yeah.
That's the only way we're going to get a hold of her. Can't keep running away from us if we stop her house.
Well, then you'll need one of my tools, won't ye? And he goes back into the shadows of the corner of the room and he walks forth and he is holding two massive harpoons
Hey.
in his hands and he's like, throw these betwixt the joints of the knee, cripple that beast. And he sort of rubs a cloth gently down the metal sheens. They're very well looked after.
Great.
What are they made of?
They're made of iron.
Cool.
Are they-
You know Lutz a little. He's been with you a while. He obsessively actually hunted a large white whale that was out in the ocean that supposedly had swallowed a relative of his. He's a fisherman, or was a fisherman.
I see.
But yeah, so now he is Lutz the whaler.
Okay.
Love
He
it.
gives you his harpoons.
Great. Is it like a
It's a harpoon.
gun? I don't.
It's not a harpoon gun. You have to throw it.
Oh, okay. Right. And
Yeah,
it'll speed
it's like
through.
6 foot long. It's a massive steel harpoon. They're custom made to hunt like whales.
You're right. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Great. We will take them.
Cool.
Thank you.
Good hunting.
We will try our best.
Cool. You'll try your best.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
On our way. I'd say we go straight to the forest.
Yeah, I agree. Pull out the map and we'll...
Yep.
You said there's 2 spots? Or 1?
Yeah, there's 2 spots.
Do the one that's closer, I guess? Or the one...
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
You're not taking bait?
Yes, we go back to the house.
Okay.
Let's just see if they're there. Like, just check up on
Yeah,
them.
okay.
So you go back to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The door is slightly ajar.
Yep. Oh, that is not good.
You enter and Hansel is nowhere to be seen, but Gretel is laying asleep on a bed.
Okay. I'm gonna go... I know this is probably gonna be numbered. Shake Gretel a little bit gently.
She's wake up. She stirs into a fitful sort of half waking state.
Okay. The other one would probably have gone into the forest, I imagine. He did mention looking for his parents.
They should have left town already, so they shouldn't be at the house, but we should probably check there on our way out of town.
That is a good idea. Should we take this one with us?
No, she's safe here. There's a little bit of food. Should be okay. Plenty of toys for her to play with.
So we use the other as bait?
Well, I mean, he seems to have walked into the forest by himself. Do
Great.
we need to use him as bait? He might have walked into the forest by himself.
We'll go for him. All right, so I'll put her down, lay out some food, lay out some water, lock the door again, and to leave.
Cool.
Put some newspaper
Some
on the
cookies.
ground.
And you head down to...
Well, we go to the parents' place before
Yeah.
we go out and check
Yeah.
if he is there.
Okay.
Make a perception check. Challenge level 2.
Both of us.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 successes.
Cool.
Three
And
successes.
Helga, you
Yes.
spot Hansel around the back of the house looking rather poorly for his parents, crying.
I turn to Bryn. I say, I don't necessarily condone these methods, but if we lie and say his parents, we know where they are, he might follow. Unless you have any better ideas.
He could be useful.
Or perhaps we just go look for his parents, in quotation marks, and he might come.
Sure. He could be useful.
All right. I'll approach him.
Can I give him a small knife?
You approach him.
Oh, yeah, we'll approach him first.
Okay.
I just assume he's coming with us.
I say,
He looks up.
Hansel.
Yes.
Yes. I apologize. I had some business I had to take care of first.
Who are you?
You met me like 5 minutes ago.
Yep. What's your name?
My name is Helga. I told you this before.
Oh.
Are you right in the head?
He looks lost.
Okay. We believe that maybe your parents might be in the forest, but we think that you should come with us and we can go look for them together.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, gosh. That's
Challenge level 1.
6 there. A challenge level 1?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Destiny.
Okay. He looks sort of like not like he's going to agree, but then he slowly comes around realizing that he's kind of his only option.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, okay, I'll come with you.
Great.
We're finding mum and dad, right?
We will protect you.
And what about Gretel?
Your sister is too weak to come with us. She is safe. I have locked the house and given her provisions. She will be fine while we go look. We will come back.
I don't want to leave her. Can we take her with me?
She is too weak.
You can carry her, you're strong.
But then what if something comes and then I can't? I have a big shiny harpoon.
He's just like, I don't want to go without my sister.
Can you carry the girl?
Not if I want to carry an axe at the same time.
Can you carry your sister?
She's a bit heavy, but I could try.
Oh no, I'm kidding. Fine. I'll go get the girl, put her on my back, and take her with us.
I'll wait with him at the house. I'm going to start lecturing him. Like, stand up straight, boy. Like, we're going somewhere dangerous. Have you ever used a knife? Have you ever
Make a
been in these
destiny
woods?
roll.
I'm gonna start training this boy. It goes very poorly.
A 9 on the destiny roll. It just doesn't go. Like, you attempt to do it, but he's clearly slightly like disassociative. Like, he's not really all where he is. He's still malnourished and very unwell, and he doesn't really seem like he flits in and out of higher function to lower function to his awareness. So he kind of occasionally, you'll say it and he'll like stand up straight, but then he'll like foggily look off in the distance and like slouch again. Like, yeah.
I come back. Well, I unlock the house, grab Helga, put her on my back,
Yep.
lock the house. Well, I don't care anymore. Just leave the house. Okay. Am I encumbered or anything by having Helga on me?
It'll affect you if you get into a fight, but other
Yeah,
than that, you're
cool.
fine. They're like 5
Great.
and small, so she's not difficult to carry.
Okay. Fantastic. I come back and say, never work with kids.
I don't think these two are going to be much help. I think we'd be better leaving them here. If we have to carry them, we're not going to be any...
I kind of turn away from Hansel and hope that Gretel's not awake, and I just say, we just ditched them.
I will not do what those parents did.
What choice do we have? They can make a run for it.
Leave them with Valoma, like getting them out.
Like she's gonna want
I
them.
don't fucking know. We'll just,
Nah, it's fine.
we gotta leave them somewhere
Yeah.
because like there's
Yeah.
no point in us carrying them out into the forest if
Huh.
we don't have to drag them around.
The witch's house. It's fine.
Isn't it your bait?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have to drag them to a position where they're gonna be like actually useful as bait through a forest. These kids can barely walk.
Easy to carry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm the one that has to carry them.
No, I'm carrying it. It's fine. You take the
Alright.
harpoons and your axe.
All right.
I'll hold
Okay.
on to Helga.
You're traveling to the first house.
Yes.
Make a survival check, Bryn, to navigate the map. Challenge level 2.
Can I smell cookies?
2.
Cool. Over the next 2 hours, you push through the woods. You end up having to carry Hansel as well. But eventually you make it through to a clearing. And similar to the house that you remember seeing, there is a iron grated fence with skulls on the top of them. And spinning around in circles in the center is a chicken house. But it is where it was marked on the map.
Cool. I hand you the harpoons.
We take this one down first.
Well, I'm assuming the witch will be in there. It's the creepy house with the legs.
Okie dokie. I put the kids down nearby.
Gretel has woken up at
Oh,
this point. And
okay.
she weakly is on her feet.
Hello.
Holding hands with Hansel.
Hello.
She doesn't respond to you.
Oh,
She's
okay.
just quietly looking down and holding hands with Hansel.
I still say hello.
Yep.
Okay, I tell them to wait here. We have some business to take care of.
That house has got legs.
It does. It's very abnormal, isn't it?
Gretel, look. And they're just looking at the house spinning around, and she like chuckles a little bit.
If things go wrong, we suggest you head back to town.
Okay, I can take us back there. I know the way.
He does. There's no way. Oh! He left some
Apparently, he knows
breadcrumbs.
the way.
Okay, great. Not the way. All right, great. I open the gate so that the
Okay.
doors are open.
The house is just spinning.
Great. I throw a harpoon at the legs.
Make a throw check. Challenge level
Great.
4.
I have a vocation ranged.
Yes, for your bolus. But
So just for the bolt. Okay.
this isn't an attack. This is going to be a throw check because you're throwing at like a large object.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 successes. A harpoon sails out of Helga's hands and drives straight through the knee joint of the chicken house, which immediately, like, there's a sudden judder through it, and then it drops to one leg,
That's wrong.
and the house sort of sags off to one side slightly.
Cool. I want to take the other harpoon, but I'm not going to throw it. I'm just going to have it as to be threatening and run inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna run inside with Max as well.
Just burst through the front
Yeah.
door.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to destiny roll this.
Actually, I'm going to take my bowler instead, not the harpoon.
Hi. You burst through the front door and you spot in the corner of the room, shocked and against the ground, a kindly looking old lady with a long nose. She looks ugly as sin, but she's dressed like a kindly old lady. And she's been staggered, so she like got thrown across the room onto the floor by the chicken hut collapsing onto the ground.
I want to grapple her.
So you're going to enter combat?
Yep.
Okay. So who's got more than 0 reflexes?
No, I've got one.
So that's more than 0. All right. So you declare last and act first.
Yep.
And you've got 0. I'm guessing you and the witch can roll off. 4 versus 5. So she declares first. She is going to attempt to fully defend herself while standing up. That is going to be her turn. What are you doing?
I'm going to brace, knowing that she might have magic from the first encounter with the witch.
Helga?
Grapple, restrainer.
So you're just going to attack her.
Yep.
All right, so combat rolls. So she has -4 dice because she's on the ground. So the usual pool for her was 11, but she loses 4, and then she gains 2.
11.
Yeah, dude.
Grandma got style.
It's Baba Yaga. And she gets only 3 successes,
Ooh.
continuing my trend of rolling awfully.
I
We
might be
all
able to
have
do
been
this.
rolling awfully except for that roll. Jen's roll just then was the only
Okay.
good roll.
So she only gets 3 successes.
Uh-huh.
So make your combat roll.
So, okay, so strength. 3, 4.
Well, it's going to be 5 dice, I'm guessing, if you're not using a weapon.
No. Okay.
2 successes.
A destiny.
3 successes, so you tie.
That's fine.
Am I being attacked? I was bracing. Do I even need
So
to roll?
no, you did nothing happen. So, you do need to roll to see if she hurts you.
Was she doing anything?
She's gone full defense, so she can't hurt you. So actually, you're right. There's no point in rolling.
Yeah.
There is a blast. So Helga rushes forth towards this old lady, and she sort of like cackles and slaps her hands to the ground. There's a shockwave of energy that staggers you backwards and prevents you from grabbing her as she rises to her feet.
Okay.
Magically?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'll attack.
Okay. No worries.
Declare again.
Next turn. Yeah. So what are you doing?
I'm going to throw my bola at her feet so that it trips her back over.
Oh yeah, well, so you just declare what, like that you're attacking her.
Attacking,
so you're
sorry.
attacking her, and then we'll
Yes.
worry about victory
Yeah,
levels
sure.
and stuff.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
And you're attacking?
Yeah.
Cool, cool. We're all
I'm gonna
attacking.
Charge.
You're going to charge, okay. And you declare that after her, so she's just fighting. She's going to... She recognizes Bryn and laughs. And she's going to attack Helga. Actually, yeah, Helga. 5, 6, so 11 dice. It's going to be a quick fight, guys.
2, 3, 4,
5 successes.
Okay.
Charges +2.
Yes. No, charges +1. +1 dice. Yeah. Pretty sure charges +1 dice. Oh, no, it might be +2 dice and then braces +2 wins. I don't remember.
And I use my woodcutter axe proficiency.
Have you got your axe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. If you're coming at her with an axe, you can use your axe.
Cool.
And an axe is a large weapon, so it's 2.
Yeah. I think I've incorporated that.
Are you still injured?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I think it's 8.
Cool. Chasing 5.
Oh, man.
4 successes.
5.
5 successes.
5 successes.
Jen, your roll?
Yep.
So you just do your full combat roll, including your bolus.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Because you're throwing your bolus now.
So, +2. What do I need to get?
So what are you rolling? How many dice do you got?
So 5, and
Yeah.
then +2.
So you got 2 for bolus?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Probably be a +1 extra dice for the weapon too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
+1 extra dice for the weapon. Right, that's 5 successes. So it's another stand. You throw your first set of bolus, and there's a blast of magical energy that again repels you both, and your thing spins off and clatters into some accoutrement in the kitchen.
Oh, great.
And you start to get the feeling that attacking her directly and suddenly was probably not the best approach.
I've never battled a witch.
Yeah. She's a human. She dies. That's the
Yeah.
instructions we got.
Magic power, though. Okay. Round 3.
Okay, I want to quickly investigate the room and find out 2 pieces of information. 1, is there anyone else in the house?
There's no
with
one
us?
else in the house.
Cool. 2, is there any source of her magical power?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
She's just she's just summoning it with her hands.
Who's her focus on?
Currently, she's more focused on Helga.
Okay,
Cool.
3rd piece of information. Is there anything on the roof? Like hanging from the roof, like a chandelier or...
Oh, there's pots and pans and stuff. It's like it's a heavily used kitchen.
I'm going to take the other harpoon and I want to aim it so I can hit something that will land on her. If that's possible.
I'm going to make a destiny roll.
Oh,
That's a 1. There is nothing at all above her that would be able to be used in such a way.
If I look around, can I see the mortar and pestle?
Yes.
Where
Yeah,
is
it's
it?
in the corner of the room.
Is there a window near it?
No, you're downstairs.
There's no windows
So-
on the bottom floor?
Oh, there's probably some little ones, but they're like...
Nothing that'll fit the mortar and pestle
No.
through it. Okay.
Will it fit through the front door?
Yeah.
No, that's harder. I was just going to push out the window.
I can go take it. I'm not going to beat.
She's focused on you.
True. Okay.
All right, what are your actions?
I'm gonna charge as well.
Yeah, I'm going
Okay.
to keep swinging.
So you're going to charge into close combat?
Is that how it works?
Yes. If you charge her, you're not going to be able to throw a ranged
Yeah,
weapon at her.
I don't. My bowler's gone, so
You've got more. You have like 3.
Oh, okay.
We said that at character generation. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just the one.
No.
Okay, no, I'll do the exact same
Okay.
thing again.
And you're probably now close to her, so you can't charge again.
Yeah.
You're just going to fight?
Yeah.
Cool. This is a one-sided fight. Da-da-da-da, one-sided fight. She gets 6 successes.
Fuck me.
We're all gonna die, aren't we?
We're going to die.
You smell the cooking in the oven. That's 4 successes.
Yeah.
You're going to die straight away.
One, 2, 3. 3 successes.
3 successes. Well, thankfully for Bryn, she's not focused on you.
Yeah.
There is a magical blast of energy. Once again, she deflects your attack. However, she gets 3 successes against Helga.
Woo!
There is a wrenching sound as she whips the front door to her oven open and grabs you with a force of magic and throws you up against the door to it. So she's going to take the effect of knocked prone. So you basically get thrown and smashed into the floor. So you're prone. And now the oven is burning and open and you're right in front of it.
Great.
And she's cackling madly with like flame reflecting in her eyes and her eyes are wide.
I'm completely like disposed. Like I can't do anything. I'm fraught with terror.
Cool. Next round.
Is there anything around me that I can throw at her that might distract her before I attacked?
There's pots and pans and stuff, but from what you're seeing, she's like, every time you're attacking, it's like a force of magic is pushing you back. So everything you've thrown, she's repelled it with magic. She just seems in complete command of the situation very quickly.
Is there any like flammable liquids near me? Oils, alcohols?
Make a perception check.
Challenge level?
2. 1 success. Not that you spot in that very quick snap of time. What are you doing?
I'm going to attack her again.
Okay.
I've got nothing.
Cool. What are you going to do? You can go full defense. You can act.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll just go defense.
So you get 2 extra dice. It basically means you can't hurt her, but instead of
Fine.
losing neg 4 dice, you'll only lose neg 2 net.
So 3 base.
And if you win, you'll be able to get up.
Okay.
So it's, whatever your combat roll is, -2. And you're looking for 6 successes again.
For both of us.
That's her combat roll.
I cannot make that.
You still have to roll.
Oh, okay.
Why do you only have 4 dice?
Because you said -2.
Okay.
Base
So you got
attack's 5.
one success?
Yeah.
Okay. So she beats you by 5.
Yeah.
Oh, you're terrified of ovens. Oh, so you're saying you're like completely just catatonic, like
Yeah.
frozen in fear.
Yeah.
This is your worst possible
this is
nightmare.
the worst possible thing that could happen to me.
Okay. Oh my
Can I
god.
try and attack her without my axe and just grab her?
Well, what you'd want to do is win combat and enter close combat.
Yeah.
So that's what
I
you
thought
need
it
to
was close combat because I
No, you
charged
have
her.
to declare you have to actually get into close combat.
Well, I'm not going to win a roll against her.
It's combat, man. Oh, okay. So once again, this
That
time
is a lot of ones.
You're out of destiny.
This
aren't you?
time, She is, again, she's not focused. She's now switched her focus to Bryn because you're like catatonic on the ground, freaking out. And she does the same thing to Bryn. She grabs you with magic and throws you against the front of the oven and starts to like lift you both up in front of the oven.
Can we resist it all?
Destiny roll. You can keep fighting. You got one more turn, but you're both now prone on the ground. So statistically, unless I roll awfully, it's going to be pretty bad.
Well, there's nothing else we can do.
No.
I don't think kicking down the front door was maybe the best way to kill the witch.
What options do we have?
Vilma gave us nothing.
She gave you 2 children to work with.
Which goes against what my character would do. I don't want to put him in danger.
Okay, so she's going to make her combat roll.
Actually, while we're being restrained, can I talk? Like, I imagine
Yeah, you can
barely, but
talk.
say, I want to say to her in a desperate voice, please, there are children outside that require aid.
Make a persuasion check.
This is not going to go well.
Challenge level 3.
This is really not going to go.
No successes.
She doesn't give a crap.
She does. She's just cackling to herself. She doesn't
Okay.
even pay attention
Worth
to
a
what you
try.
say. All right, you're gonna roll. We're gonna do combat. The
Sure.
final roll.
Sure.
What are you trying to do? Are you going full defense, or are you trying to like do something else?
Mad options.
I'll go full defense. It gives me more dice.
It gives you 2 extra dice,
I'll
but you
take
can't
it.
achieve victory levels.
I'll take 2 extra dice.
Well, so you have a net of neg 2 because you're prone.
Yeah.
All right, and I roll 6 successes.
What are the chances of getting 6 successes on 8 dice? You've got no chance.
It can happen.
I'm
yeah.
cooked.
Yeah.
I'm a cooked unit.
You want to go first?
With my 4 dice, you're right. Woo! Oh, look
All
at that.
fail. She's just catatonic. Like you're just letting it happen now in terror. 5 successes.
Oh. Hey, don't we deserve another destiny point because we're on chapter 6?
Chapter 5.
Chapter 5.
When was the last time I gave you a destiny
I don't think
point?
there's going to be. It was last session.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be a chapter 6.
Unless we play brand new characters. Anyway, let's continue.
Helga is lifted up
Yeah.
and starts being pushed into the open oven.
Oh, Helga!
You're screaming as your flesh starts to be licked with the warmth of flame. It's not yet like burning full bore, but you're getting like sunburn blistering level as you're getting pushed into this hot oven.
Great. So 16, yeah.
And then $16 on the destiny roll. As Helga is being pushed into this hot oven, there is a moment of kerfuffle.
Oh, is it my boy Hansel? Is it my boy?
Oh my god, 4 successes on their unawares flank combat attack.
So she's super aware or that's super
No, she has no
successful?
idea.
Okay.
But she got 6 on her combat roll.
Okay.
However, our heroes of our journey are not, in fact, the GRIMM gang. There were 2 children who I'm going to just burn some destiny points for.
Great.
And 2 small bodies barrel into the back of a witch at full force, almost as if they're fulfilling a prophecy or a story.
So stupid.
And the witch, like, falls off balance, and the front half of her body is pushed, and she lands in the oven, like, ahead of you. And then we're going to go to the next round of combat,
Close the door.
of which Bryn has had time to stand up.
Close the door.
Yeah, kick her in.
The kids are sprawled on the ground. Like, they basically just went full, like, barrel roll, like, charged in and elbowed her in the back and then collapsed on the ground, completely spent.
Yeah, can I grab her and push her in? shut the door?
She's half in the fire already. So yeah, you're going to
Kick
try
her
and...
in, yeah.
We're going to need to combat roll. You're no longer prone. She is. So I'm not going to completely give it to you. The dice matter.
You rolled horribly so far, the chat dogs.
Can I assist my pushing with is an attack a push?
It is an attack.
Can
You're
I
just
assist it
attacking
with
it.
my grip?
Yeah. In this case, to try and shove her in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have a -2 on my strength checks, don't I? Which is grit.
Why do you have no... Oh, from your injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's still daytime. Yes. Wait, why do you... Oh, is that your assist?
Fuck me.
Why did you do that, Rob?
Because I was assisting. It failed. That's the risk.
She gets 5 successes.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna just crawl her way out, isn't she? You can do it.
I'm thinking. I don't think I can.
Can Jen, Hansel, and Gretel group assist? Yes,
What
they
did you
can.
get?
Oh.
What did you
Well,
get?
no, Jen can't, but Hansel and Gretel can.
What did
she
she
got
roll?
5 successes.
can't.
However, Hansel and Gretel, the group assist rules, they can actually add a dice to you each just by virtue of saying that they're helping.
I still don't think I can get it.
Just try. And so extra 2?
Extra 2 die.
Dice, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 successes. So you tie, which is good. So the situation remains normal. You're like shoving and pushing. Jen, you take a level 1 injury.
That's fine.
So does the witch.
Oh, I just had
Because
to
you
take
managed to maintain the status quo. You're like holding her. She's trying to push out with magic, but she's slowly burning. So she actually has a 1 less dice now.
Oh, 1. Good.
Because she
Great.
took an injury. She rolls and she gets
That was
3
6.
successes.
Yep.
3 successes. Bryn, come on!
Can I assist in this turn?
Yeah, you're burning too. You're
I'm
stuck
still
in the
burning.
oven
Do I
as
get my
well.
+2?
Oh, it's a big oven.
Huh? From what?
The kids.
Yeah, the kids are helping. They're pushing her feet. They're lifting her feet up off the ground.
5.
You push the witch further into the oven and she starts to burn.
Can you pull me out?
Shut the door. No, I don't do that.
I mean, with what your character would
And I'm going to say, because of this way that dice are going, she's now down like 5 dice. That Bryn shoves her in. The kids lift her kicking feet off the ground, the last little bit, and the last bit of friction holding her in, and then Bryn pushes her to the back of the bread oven. Little danishes and stuff go flying everywhere as she sprawls through and starts to burn. Do you pull Helga out?
Am I sure the witch is going to die?
Well, Helga is half in, half out, so the door's not going to shut either way.
But am I sure the witch is going to die?
No.
Then I'm going to keep poking the witch.
Helga, are you still paralyzed with fear?
I mean, I guess that's kind of like if I would try to struggle. I'd try to struggle out of there
Okay.
because I'm gonna die if I don't.
I'm going to get you to make a destiny roll.
This is not going to end well.
A 15.
Oh, that's all right.
You have been magically pulled in there and the magic is still holding you in. Helga, but you fight it and you fight your urges and your fears and your terrors. But this fight has a price. And the price is you push yourself out of the oven. But to do that, you throw your hands down and push yourself out of the oven. There is a sickening sizzle of hands like on a hot floor of a stone oven as the flesh burns on the palms of your hands. And you wrench yourself and fall backwards out into the room, hands like curling as burnt flesh bubbles and blisters on the palms of them.
That's hot.
Bryn pokes the witch a few times.
Yeah, just making sure she's staying in there.
And then after poking her a few times, as she starts to like shrivel up, a small arm tugs at your sleeve to pull you away.
I look down.
And it's Gretel pulling you away slightly. Actually, Hansel pulling you away slightly from the doorway. And you see next to you, Gretel is standing on an overturned box that had fallen down, and she's got her hands on the door of the oven.
Oh, like to close it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll close the oven.
So Hansel pulls you away and Gretel shoves the door and it shuts with all of her She actually seems strangely empowered, and in Gretel specifically, you see her eyes have like there's a fire behind them, like a willful glee as she throws the door shut with strength that shouldn't be hers, sort of thing. And then Hansel pulls the shut on the oven, and you hear the horrifying sounds of a woman screaming as she's burnt alive in a pastry oven. It smells like Danishes and then meat pies.
I scream and writhe on the floor. Do I take more damage?
Yeah, you probably have a serious injury now.
I'm gonna grab
I'm
gonna grab my axe and head back outside, knowing that the evil of this place is still here, and I'm gonna attack the remaining chicken legs with my axe.
As you go outside, the chicken legs like withering back into the house, and then they sort of like curl away and disappear as tree roots that look like chicken legs, but they like wither and blacken and die. And when you throw your axe into it, it's the sound of an axe hitting wood, and a chunk of like wood splinters comes out.
Oh, well, if that's the case, I'm gonna sit down and rest.
Okay.
And be like, shit, that was close. And those kids really saved us. They're gonna be good hunters, I tell you now.
I looked at my poor cooked hands. Serious injury. What's the penalty for that?
It's -3.
-3? Cool.
You're pretty badly injured.
Oh yeah, I'm in no position to carry on, really.
But we don't need to. We can head back.
Wasn't there another house?
So how are you going mentally with that terror of your...
I'm done. I need to hand this quest in and say hello to retirement.
There's still another witch to kill.
I know, that's what I'm... Yeah. I'm going to go back into the house.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in there that can help me stabilize? Like, she got bandage. Oh, I know you don't put bandage, like, yeah, bandages or something. Or
do you have any skills related to medicine or occultism or apothecaryism or any specific ism?
Nah, just general knowledge is the only thing. But yeah,
you bandage them up loosely, so that but that's about
cool.
it.
Can I do a survival check and help her?
You won't need it. Like, she does what she can with the knowledge.
I'm
that
not
you have.
expecting to cure
It's
it.
fine.
Just make sure I don't get my flesh everywhere. Is there some like food hanging around, like some pastries?
there's
and
heaps
stuff?
of
I tell the
delicious
kids to
food.
go nuts. Like eat.
Oh, you don't need to tell them. When you wander back into the house after checking out
Great.
Bryn, Hansel and Gretel are like sitting on a stool in front of the oven eating apple danishes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those,
And there's just this burning woman through the big window on the front of the
Those
oven,
are-
and they're just sitting there eating the things.
those kids are something else.
I told you, they're gonna make good hunters.
Well, look, I'm in no position to fight anymore, but we do have one more place to go, so I can travel with you, but...
I think we take this one a bit more seriously, knowing what they can do. Maybe we try and take them out without confronting them.
Well, maybe we send the kids in this time. They seem more capable than we are.
They got very lucky.
Okay.
The witch was overconfident and didn't expect to be attacked, and she was leaning over into an oven, and they literally elbowed her in the bum and knocked her into it. And then it took Bryn pushing her in and keeping her in for it to happen. So the situation lined up to be very convenient.
Or to hell with this town. Why don't we take the kids with us? And we continue on our next assignment. We tell Wilma what happened, but we're just two members of a gang. Like, this is more than we both signed up for.
I signed up to kill evil, and evil's not dead.
To get to the next location, you'll need to return to the town anyway. It's like the
okay.
other side of town.
Oh, well then, yeah, we can do that.
Cool.
All right, let's go back.
So you head out of the house.
With the kids, yep.
As you walk out of the house and the kids leave the house too, taking with them some baked goods, Gretel stops, just that half stop, and looks back as this sort of like 5-year-old kid, who you realize as you look at her, there's no innocence there, and you don't even think with Gretel that there was to begin with. Like, you have a feeling that this kid is different. Hansel, no, he seems a bit more normal, but this is the kind of girl who would think to cook a witch in an oven as a logical solution. In the original story, it's Gretel that comes up with the idea to cook her alive in them. Anyway, and she stops for a moment, and then as she's leaving the house, her hand reaches up onto the kitchen table of all the knocked aside things, and she just pulls a knife off the table and then tucks it into her like sash around her waist, and then keeps walking.
Good on her.
Yeah, no, I was trying to give him a knife anyway, so good on him.
I just keep thinking of the meme of,
The little girl walking
the
around.
building
Yeah.
on fire. She's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's basically what she looked like in front of the oven.
So can we burn the house when we're leaving?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, that
yeah,
thing's going down.
yeah, but I stand well away from it.
I was thinking we just set it on fire and walk away.
I don't help you in that endeavor, but I watch you.
Yeah, cool.
So you set the house on fire.
Burn, baby, burn.
And it burns.
It smells good.
It starts to smell not good.
Oh, okay.
And then you journey back
Does it
into
smell
town.
like
You
chicken?
hobble back into town, and it gets quite late, but not quite nighttime, like evening by the time you return. And you hobble back into the tavern. Your hands are basically useless.
Yep.
And you rock up at the tavern, 2 kids in tow, door opens.
Great.
Villamar they're packing. They're going to stay the night, but they're still getting ready to go. And Villamar looks at the 2 of you and says, "You return, and with 2 little ones."
Yes.
We've dealt with one of the witches, and these kids were surprisingly useful. Well, one of them.
They were both useful. Let's not undersell Hansel. He helped. He just doesn't have the maybe psychopathy lurking behind the eyes that Gretel seems to.
Yeah.
What happened? Was it true of a real witch?
A what?
A real witch.
She was throwing us around without touching us.
Yeah.
Something magical there.
Good. Then that means the other is real too. But there is much work to do. And you do not seem well to do it.
No.
A bit of rest and some backup would probably be appreciated on the next one.
Yes. This is good. We will help you. Yes. The Grimm gang will go in force to burn the witch.
Fire is effective from what we've learned. Very
Yes.
effective.
Gretel looks up and says, "Can I come?" And Villamar leans down and says, "To burn the witch." And Gretel is like, "We burnt the other one."
Wee!
And then she looks up and says, "Perhaps these kids do have something to offer.
Great.
Vengeance for the first time they were taken, perhaps. Good.
Trauma is a great teacher.
We set out at nightfall. Take time to tend your wounds."
Yeah.
I look at your hands and say, you should go see Tillman.
Yes, I'll go do that.
Cool. All right. I think we'll probably call it there tonight. We'll have a last episode. Will be our the tackling of the witch. It's a slightly shorter one, but it just feels like that's where it fits. So yeah.
Cool.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Tonight on I Shouldn't Be Alive.
Yeah, no punches pulled on the next one.
I crawled out of an oven and...
Yeah,
do we need to do Patreon?
we do.
Yeah.
We do. And
Gotta
this
say
is how
thank
we
you.
do patrons here. We go boom.
Yay!
Thank you to all our patrons. We hope you've enjoyed this silliness that is the Grimm Gang. There is one final episode, and then the Grimm Gang will go to sleep for a while. They may come back in a different form, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you guys are going to do. You guys are pretty messed up.
Do we read them?
We do. Why haven't you been reading them?
I
Well,
can't
you were
think about
talking.
it. Dark
Me
Fox.
pregunto dijeron something
Presidents.
el idioma.
Ray Naya, Tinkle Duck, and AJ Macy.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
And all our patrons who we love.
I was going to mention if we had to make new characters again, I wanted to make like all Aussie Adventures guy with
All
like a knife.
Aussie adventures.
I don't know how it would work in this like
Russell
European.
Coit.
But yeah, he's just the.
Australia doesn't exist yet.
I know, but still. that'd
I
be
love
fun.
it. All right, so you've killed a Baba Yaga.
Yes.
Or so you think.
Barely.
And we'll come back next episode
Yay.
with killing a
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga the bony-legged.
Was that not the bony-legged?
No, that was just Baba Yaga.
I also have one last question. Did the
Yep.
house smell like chicken when we were burning?
No, it didn't
Dang
smell
it.
like chicken. God damn. Bye, everyone.